Okay, are we working? Alright. Just making absolutely sure. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. Alright, back at it. Back to Minecraft. No PNG tuber today. I don't need more fuss. What was I doing? Oh, yes. I was, right, I was... I just get whiplash every time I play this game. I was making a border. And I was gonna remove all the water under the glass, which I should have done this earlier. But, oh, the sun is setting. I guess I'll head to Bediba. I finished watching Kill la Kill today. That was alright. It reminded me of Brand New Animal, another anime by Studio Trigger, where they cram in a lot of stuff at the end. It was like the last 2 episodes of Kill la Kill was this just constant up and down of like the villain's winning, now the hero's winning, now the villain's winning, and it was like this constant back and forth, and like people making stuff up like just I don't know, like all the time. Like the villain is pulling out some new sunset nonsense, like this is the cocoon equilibrium, and it's like, okay. I mean, it was a goofy show, but I felt sort of not exhausted exactly, but I feel like my patience had worn thin toward the end of it. Okay, what the hell are we doing? Whoa, okay. Alright, that might help. This really sucks. I have no underwater gear to help me with this. But oh well. Okay, I need to build another little oxygen tank. Okay, is this working? Okay, this still works. Excellent. Alright, back at it. I mean, I guess I should do, like, sort of the perimeter first. That would be good. And don't try to be fancy about it. Just do it. Okay, spacebar. Yes, I know how to swim in Minecraft. I'm not a very strong swimmer IRL. I don't know. I just never learned. I mean, I know how to swim enough. I can get from one end of the pool to the other. But if I had to wade, sort of, you know... Oh god. If I had to wade out in the ocean, I would probably die, because I'm just not a very efficient swimmer. I don't even float that well. I just, like, as a kid, my mom tried to teach me, and I think my sister too, tried to teach me how to float. I just couldn't get the hang of it. Ah. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, hold on. I need to improve this. I need to make it easier to just go right into it. There we go. What else did I do today? Some chores. Today has been an unreasonably lazy Sunday for me. And that kind of happens to me on weekends. Like I can't have 2 good days off in a row. It's just not in the cards for me. Ooh. Oh, that was a little bit of air. Oh god. Oh god. Why am I so bad at this? Air. Like yesterday was alright. I don't know. Like weekends is a thing that I really struggle to hit the balance of. I'm always often caught. This is a very large area. I'm always often very caught between, oh, I have all this time. I should, you know, be doing stuff versus, like, oh, I have this, like, you know, wanting to relax and take it easy. Because I don't know how to relax. I'm not very good at it. Relaxing to me is sort of this thing. It's like a bird. Like I can't just relax. It's like I don't know. It's like it's this thing that I can't like do on command. And I'm not even. It's not even because I don't think I'm like a workaholic or anything. Not by any means. Like, you know, I will leave my job early at the drop of a hat. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I just get bored. I don't know how to fill spare time. Alright, is this doing anything? Air, oxygeno. Oxygeno, that's how you say oxygen in Spanish. Ah! Frick. Should I put the dirt away? There we go. Been trying to plan some trips. Go out to see the family, that sort of thing. And it's difficult. Although, you know what the difficulty is just not having, like, infinite money. I think that's just, like, my friend, a friend of mine, he makes a joke, he's like, well, it's, you know, the solution to travel is to just have more money. And that's kind of what my opinion is, has become. Because I already have one trip planned, I'm trying to plan another, and it's like, yeah, this is just a lot easier when you just have money. I think it's just because travel is such, like, an insanely expensive thing, you know? I mean, you know, you take a plane ticket, it costs a few $100s. It's like, and it, you know, for your day of travel, like your time spent on a plane traveling is like a few hours, you know? And I guess it's not that crazy. Like, yeah, you could spend, like, what's like, you know, you could spend a few $100s in 4 hours, no problem. But presumably you'd have something out of it. Like either you'd get like some fancy toy, or you'd have like a good experience, like you went out to dinner or something. Whereas, you know, on a flight you're paying a few $100s to be miserable for a few hours. You know, before and after your flight, because it's like, okay, I gotta plan my route, and okay, the parking situation, okay, it costs so much per day. All right, you know, I guess, you know, what other choice do I have? I'll just have to pay for the parking. And then, you know, it's like, oh, I got to get my boarding passes, and I'll get the boarding pass on my phone, sure, but I still want a printed one, and but then the printed one isn't valid after my first flight because they changed the terminal of the second flight. These sorts of things. And then it's like, oh, just being on a plane is just uncomfortable. I was explaining this to my dad once of, you know, being on a flight, like on a plane, it's just uncomfortable and fearful. Like this, it gives me discomfort and anxiety, just because, you know, being in a small confined space where I can't leave, I can't do anything. Not in like a claustrophobia kind of way, but just in a, oh god. Did I collect some ink? I did. Again, not in a like claustrophobia kind of way. It's just like, oh, I'm sitting in a chair and I'm hungry and thirsty and I'm in an uncomfortable chair and like I don't know. I'm bored and like I've already read my book and tried watching something and played a game on my phone. I don't know. I just run out of ways to distract myself from the horror of being a sardine in this tube amongst all these other monkeys. Speaking of monkeys on planes, I've been re-listening to Hello Internet, the podcast by CGP Grey and Brady Heron. R.I.P. in peace. They haven't uploaded an episode in darn near 6 years. Which, fine, it's just, someone put it well. I think I was listening to the very last episode, Dog Bingo. And someone put it well. It's like, it's not that it ended, it's that they didn't say goodbye. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like, you could have, like, because I like, this is the most micro internet drama. I'm like, why did you guys stop doing the podcast? With, like, no explanation. Like, you couldn't have said something, because I'm assuming the worst, right? That Gray and Brady had some kind of beef. And now they're not friends anymore or whatever. Like because it was like the last episode I want to say was like the very end of February in 2020. So it's easy to assume that like, oh, this was pandemic related, and it's like, oh, did they have like, is Brady like an anti-vaxxer or something, something silly like that, and that was enough of a schism in their friendship that Gray didn't want to do the podcast anymore. Granted, when did I start listening to Hello Internet? They were a ways in by the time I started listening. I might have started listening to them in 2017, maybe? But anyway. And I haven't been listening to other podcasts, actually. I don't listen to a ton of podcasts, generally. But lately, I've just been wanting to re-listen to Hello Internet. The other podcasts I do like, there's only two other ones, is Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, because it's quite funny. And then it's another one from the Yogs cast of Kristen and Bryony's Comfort Zone, where they just talk about dreams. Or, they say they talk about dreams, they end up just talking about anything. They waffle a lot. And I really like that. I really like waffling in media, because it's like, yeah, we're here for a purpose. And the thing is, you probably need, the maypole of, oh, we're going to talk about dreams or whatever. You need that as a thing. Oh my god, this is okay. I need to shovel this out a little bit. Yeah, hold on. I just need to deal with this for a moment. Okay. I've been tempted to get Pokemon Legends ZA, but, the last few Pokemon games have been lackluster. I mean, people say that. I remember I played Sword and Shield way late, like probably 2 years after it came out or something. And I remember really liking it. I had a good time with Sword and Shield. I just played it, like, in one fell swoop. I didn't, use any of the, like... I don't know. There's sort of, like... I just did the main path of the gym leaders and the Elite Four and blah, blah, blah. Which is what I tend to do with Pokemon games. That's not necessarily a good thing. I wish I did do more of the, the post-game and the side content. I wish I did that stuff more. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm just going to keep working on this until I run out of gravel. And then I'll use some sand as well. And then once I'm out of gravel. I'm gonna do something else because this is tiresome even for me. Yeah, I remember when I actually first got Minecraft. I didn't actually buy it for myself. I think it was a friend of mine, high school friend. He had it, and we did this thing. I don't even know if this still works anymore, but he downloaded it on my laptop under his name, and then, you know, I just kept it installed. And I couldn't, that limited the functionality. I couldn't, oh god. I think it was, I couldn't go on servers or anything, so online was locked out for me. But I could still play single player, and I played it the hell out of it. I still kind of remember my first world. I can still visualize it. Like I had all these, what were like structures I had? It was like, I had this sort of big pyramid thing, but if you imagine like the pyramid at the bottom is the right side up, and there's another pyramid above it that was upside down, and then another one right side up, sort of a alternating like it's like a sort of chain of pyramids. And I kept the sword I used to kill the Ender Dragon. I always feel like whenever I try to kill the Ender Dragon, everything goes horribly wrong. I never have a clean victory with the Ender Dragon. And this is the thing where it went horribly wrong. Like, I put a bed by the end gate. But I kept dying, and I think I just, in, like, panic, I crafted an iron sword, and I did eventually kill the Ender Dragon with just a normal iron sword. And then, you know, I took it into the overworld, and I named it Bane of Ender, and I put it in Pride of Place in that pyramid chain thing. I also had a building that was just a cake, like it was a cake made of cakes. So it was like a big cube, like a big hollow cube of of cakes just on every side. And I remember just running back and forth between you know, the place I wanted to build it and where I kept my cows, and just loading up on just gallons of milk in buckets. And then I don't know why I, like, surely I could have just crafted it in the same place I milked the cows, but I guess not. And then I put the cow, like the main cow that supplied most of the milk, inside the cake house. I think I named her Bessie or something. Oh. Oh, frick. Ooh. I drowned. I'm gonna take this dude out. No trident. Oh well. I've gone through a lot of food dealing with all this. Let's put some of this stuff away. Oh, I have raw gold. Okay. Alright. Just a little bit more. Sorry, I got distracted by that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, and then I put the cow inside the cake house. Just sort of entombed her in cake. And what else did I build on my first world? I don't remember. And I remember it was sort of all... Like, I think I had one, like, big like, I think it was all built on one big wooden platform. Do y'all ever hear the rhythm of the gravel? Oh, jeez. Or just whenever you're placing any block, like dirt. If you're just placing a bunch of it, you can start to hear the beat. Sun's coming up. The sun is coming up. Anyway. Golly. You know what place I would love to travel to is Alaska. Not on a cruise or anything, because I think cruises are kind of gay. But, like, yeah, like, be on the land, be amongst all the wilderness. I mean, not all the wilderness, I'd probably die. Okay, that's everything. But yeah, see the Aurora Borealis, see some glaciers if I could. I think seeing a glacier would be freaking rad, dude. Okay, let's put some of this stuff away. Cook more beefs. Good golly gosh, have I gone through all the... Oh, man. Again, this is my complaint with new Minecraft. Is the sheer, like, difficulty in getting, just coal. Just regular old coal. I put these barrels here. I don't think I've used them once. Ooh, thunderstorm. Okay, so we're taking a break from that. What else do I want to build on my little island here? I don't know. I have the bridge. I have my house. I have the animal enclosure. I have the greenhouse. I have my wizard's tower. Ooh, an enderman. Hold on, how would I piss him off? You know what? Let's go for it. Hey, buddy. You angry? Where'd you go, idiot? Oh, did he just leave? Well, it probably came neutral after being in water. Oh well. So I realized I don't have an end. What the frick? Oh! Oh! You again. Get into cover. Dead? Did he drop his trident? Ah! What the frick was that? What was that noise? Oh, okay. New Minecraft is also scary to me. Like, I don't know what stuff is. I used to know everything that was in Minecraft, and now I don't. And I don't want to fight you. I mean, let me look at... Did we make any progress? I don't even know. I can't even tell. I mean, maybe I shouldn't put the gravel along the edges. Perhaps I should just start from one end and keep going. And that way I can mine what I've already put down, and that will be dry. In any case, we will need more gravel, so more gravel we shall have. I think I'd like a new shovel. I don't have the levels, but we can still make one. That'll be fine. Also, I should probably just get a new axe as well. Oh, let me sleep. What else is going on? I don't know. I ordered some hangers today. I try to treat the weekends as time to catch up on the things that during the week I'm like, I should do that. But I don't get to it because I'm doing other stuff. And one of the things I've had it in my Amazon wish list for forever now was just more wooden hangers. And I finally ordered some along with a new pair of shoes. I have found a pair of shoes that works for me, that is adequate. And that actually fits me. Because I guess I'm an unusual size. And I just keep buying them back to back. I think this is going to be my 4th pair of these shoes. Because they just work. And I don't want to take a risk on something new. Not working. Because I was having trouble there for a while. Where I could not find a pair of shoes that actually fit me well. And I finally found this pair of shoes. So I'm just milking it. I'm just gonna keep buying these shoes as long as I keep making them. Sometimes I wonder about the value of endlessly trying to improve yourself, you know? It's sort of my thing. Well, I've also kind of come to this conclusion within artwork and just other hobbies of you don't have to be good at the things you do, like drawing or podcasting or dancing or making music. It's like ultimately it's for your pleasure. And it's like, yeah, if you want to be profitable, and if you would like to profit from your artwork, then yeah, it's like it's worth your effort to try to improve in that case. But like most of the time, if you're not trying to profit from your artwork, just do it just for the sake of it, you know? And even just generally in sort of trying to improve yourself, I think, I don't know, I wonder about it. First of all, it seems like quite vapid, yes, to just endlessly try to improve yourself. Like, I don't know, why do you deserve, it's like, why do you deserve to be better? Why do you deserve to improve? Why do you have to, it's like, why do you have to be the best you can be? You think you're going to do something with that? You think you're going to be so productive and, like, athletic and, sociable, and you think you're going to accomplish something by doing that? I don't know, you might. But it's sort of like, I don't know. I am beginning to question the idea of improving oneself for improvement's sake. I don't know. I sort of feel like I'll say that maybe I think that I was about to say skills should be in service of something. But that also runs counter to what I say about college, because of course I think it's incorrect to think of college as a means to get a job. That's a fundamental perversion of what education is for. The purpose of education is to become educated. And if you aren't interested in being educated, then you should not do it. But maybe that sort of leans into it. You know, like I draw not because, like I don't try to improve my drawing, my ability to draw really. I'll just try things out, you know, like obviously it's satisfying to make a drawing, but oh, the axe went. But my sort of attitude is I take toward making drawings and things like that is I just do it because it sounds interesting and I have a vision in my mind of something I would like to make. You know? It's like, oh, I have an idea for something, I want to make it. And something more specific even within drawing is just like, oh, I want to try out this sort of technique or art supply. Like for alcohol markers, like I saw a YouTube short of someone using alcohol markers and I was like, hey, that looks really good. I want to try that. And I kept adding to it, and like more recently I was like, I want to try acrylic marker. How did you... Not on my island. We don't tolerate runaways. If you could, okay, if the chicken could make it off the island, then he gets to live. But other than that, no. What was I talking about? Yeah. Endlessly improving oneself. I don't think it's worthwhile. I'll keep some sticks on me. Whoa. Hold on, how do I... What's the right way to do this? I don't even know if this will work, but I'll try it. Okay, new shovel, new axe, and how about a sword, honestly? I won't bother enchanting, really. I love the way I designed this tower. Well. Oh, I remember I was watching a video from Nuts. He's the one who's doing that deliberately slowed down playthrough of Minecraft. And I think this is a really good idea, actually. He's sort of pretty much, I think, only building nether portals where there are ruined portals that naturally spawn in his world. And I think that's a great idea because it's like this little bit of a limitation instead of just putting a portal absolutely anywhere. And it sort of adds structure to your world. Wait, I'm not... Sorry, I just realized I'm not going to... I said I'm not going to enchant these and I came all the way up here. Oh, well. Okay, so this does 9 damage. This does 7, so actually, forget it. I'm just going to keep using the axe. So, yeah, I don't know why I came all the way up here. Because I'm a silly Billy, that's why. Yoink. Or yeet, I suppose would have been the more appropriate. Because I often get really wrapped up in feelings of, oh, I gotta fix this thing about myself, you know, the way I speak or the way I stand or the way I sort of conduct myself generally. And that's tiring. That's exhausting, really. Hold on, let me put that in a more sensible spot. Okay, this is a good enough time to go downstairs. So yeah, another sort of thing where it's like one of these little conclusions I've come to. I've been having a lot of them in the last 2 years where I don't know, I sort of question something that implicitly or explicitly I have taken for granted. And now I am questioning. And this is one of those things. Like the sort of endless pursuit of self-improvement, I'm not convinced is good. And perhaps detrimental. Yeah, I have this mob spawner. I keep forgetting I have it. Oh, that was a witch. Sounds close by. She is like really close. Wait, hold on. Let me. She's over here, I think. Have I just gone in a circle? I have gone in a circle. Oh well. Where is she? She's gotta be right here. Sorry, I'm really listening for this witch. I want to find her now. Oh. Got her. That was anticlimactic. I feel kind of bad. I feel like I just jumped an old lady. Ooh, diamonds. That poor lady. She was just minding her own business. I just came up with an axe. Oh my goodness. They should put me in Minecraft jail. gonna sneeze. Maybe. Oh, never mind. Okay. I got a pointed letter from my local library today to return some books and DVDs. And you know what? A thing, talking about self-improvement, you know what's something about myself that I find frustrating? It's not even a thing about myself. It's a certain behavior I exhibit that I find frustrating. Oh, jeez. Is I have a DVD player. I went out of my way to get a DVD player. It's hooked up to the TV. It's all ready to go. And I just don't use it. I think I've used it to watch a movie twice. And I didn't even get through the entirety of the second movie. It was Pulp Fiction. I was rewatching Pulp Fiction. And it's like, I don't know. It's this thing where clearly it's too much of a hassle to me to just watch a movie on an actual TV. I clearly find this like too difficult, you know? It's like I just want to watch a movie on my phone. And, you know, you see people like who's that famous director? He directed Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino. Talking about like, oh, you are not experiencing the movie the way the director intended if you're just watching it on your phone. And I'm like, yeah, probably, but I can't be bothered to like actually sit down and like watch a movie. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't do, I can't deal with it. I don't know what it is. So maybe it's just that I generally dislike doing one thing for an extended period amount of time. I don't like playing, like, I don't like doing anything for, more than 2 hours. Even 2 hours is a stretch. Like playing video games or reading or anything. Like, unless it's broken up. Like, I will admit last night I did stay up pretty late watching episodes of Kill la Kill. That was probably altogether in excess of 2 hours, but the fact that it's in smaller chunks makes it more tolerable to me. It's kind of like that behavior I exhibited in when I was playing Hearthstone. And there were other games I wanted to play, but I just wouldn't because it's like, oh, I don't really have enough time. But I'll like nickel and dime myself into an hour of Hearthstone that I could have spent, playing, BioShock Infinite or anything else. But I'll just play more Hearthstone. Oh, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Yesterday, Master Duel. I know, already a rough start, but I was just doing solo mode because I really wanted to play a specific deck I cooked up using mostly GOAT format cards, where it's based around the card. It's called Amoeba, and it has the effect of when you transfer control of it to your opponent takes 2,000 damage. And I remember even as a kid, like I had a copy of that as a kid, and I remember thinking it was just such an interesting card. There's another card that I think it came out in the same set. I want to say they both came out in Metal Raiders. It was screw it, Griggle, and it had a very like basically the same effect, but when you transfer control of it to your opponent, you gain 3,000 life points. And I thought those were just really interesting cards. I think even as a kid, I was trying to, cook up potential decks for that to work in. And I don't know, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of these things that it just really gets its claws in me. And I can tell that it's not good, but I have a hard time walking away from it. This is not that much gravel. Yeah. Yes, one of those things. But what the deck I kind of cooked up was, it was like 3 copies of Amoeba, and then 3 copies of Creature Swap and Mystic Box. A copy of Griggle. I sort of went for like a plague theme. So I also have, I put in 3 copies of Giant Rat, 3 copies of Bubonic Vermin. Bubonic Vermin is this older card. It looks like a hamster. And it's basically, we have Giant Rat at home. Because it's not when it's destroyed by battle, it's when it's flipped, which has its uses. But it only special summons 1 copy of Bubonic Vermin. So then, once you have the 3rd copy on the field, the effect is now worthless. And I also, it's funny going through like old GOAT format cards, because some of them are so, like, they've been in the game forever, but you've just never bothered to look at them. I found a card that was called Mucus Yoke. Again, going with the sort of sickness theming. And what it does, it has 0 attack, but it can attack your opponent directly. And if it does damage, it gains 1,000 attack. So, of course, it's like, it can attack directly and gains attack, but you have to give it some attack to start with. So I included a copy of that. And sort of the way I decided to get around that was have 1 copy of Mystic Plasma Zone, because the card is a dark type. A dark attribute, rather. And I also think I included a copy of Stim Pack, which will give it a, an attack boost. Okay, I might call it here soon. Here's a question for you. How do you get yourself to stop engaging with a thing that you know is bad for you? Because the way I do that is by just burning down the thing. Like if there's an app on my phone that I don't want to use anymore, just taking it off my phone isn't enough, because then I can just re-download it. It's sort of that I have to delete my account with whatever it is. Like that. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. I always forget about this offhand slot. I always forget that exists. I should make use of that. I always forget it's there. All right, let's not. I'm not messing around with the torch trick anymore. Oh. Ah. Okay. Oh, this is weird. I suddenly feel like I have a little nub on my left side. And like this feature isn't new to me. It's been in the game for a while. But it just feels weird to me. Hold on, can gravel still turn to flint if you do the torch trick? I assumed it was only ever when the player mined it, but perhaps not. Yeah, okay, that totally turned into flint. Huh. Oh, I think I hear a zombie villager. Goodness. This is so much gravel. I can't deal with all this gravel. Okay. I'm gonna call it there. I need to go on a walk or something, get some fresh air. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you later. Bye bye.